from a sitting position. I believe you can explain yourself better.
Yes, madam.
You address me, madam, as if I am your mother.
You are an important person. That is the respect we all have for important people.
Well spoken. Now, can you fully introduce yourself? Start by telling me you made the appointment for you to see my nurse.
I can't do that, madam. The person asked me not to disclose anything till I see your nurse.
Is the person male or female?
I am not going to disclose any identity.
Well, it is only through me that you can see the nurse.
Then make it easy for me to see him. I don't want to lose my inspiration and make up for seeing him.
So you came here with inspiration?
Whenever I have an appointment with an important person, I'm inspired.
I see. So your body is ready for everything.
Madam, inspiration is in the head, not the body.
Well, sir, I am waiting to be received by the officers of this place. I am a tax director.
Good. A tax director. Then you must mean much to them. I understand the relationship between influence and affluence in big business.
Sir, what do you mean by that?
As a tax officer, you should understand easily.
Anyway, well, by the way, who are you? You sound so sure of yourself.
Is that a tax way of describing self-confidence?
Taxation is not a culture. It is a duty, service to the people and the state.
I don't know why the public does not trust tax officers.
Are you the public? Just speak for yourself. By the way, who are you again?
I'm sorry. I didn't formally introduce myself. I'm Professor Kumikia, the University of Balata.
Balata. Never heard of that.
Do tax officers hear of anything? Your heads are full of financial tricks.
Sir, you don't sound like a polite person. You're talking to a senior government official.
Good. You must recognize your government first before recognizing you.
Wait, can I understand you? Can you repeat that statement?
How can we turn a small waiting room of a small company into a hall of intellectual discourse?
You sound like a cantankerous person. Opposition to the government. In fact, I can understand the kind of poverty that exists in your milieu.
Just as I understand the moral poverty in your milieu. Taxation has never been the darling of any nation.
Then you know nothing about taxation. In America and the rest of the developed world, taxation is a religion, a respected religion.
Then tax officers or directors like you must be bishops in those countries.
Well, I can immediately say yes.
There you go. Are you a bishop here? The answer is no. Over there, as you say, taxation is a religion. But here it is a cult or a sect of the rich and the rich.
So we'll get to it.
We're uncomfortably getting acquainted with each other.
Please just follow me, sis.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, sis. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Wow. It's a great pleasure to have the professor and the director in our office at the same time. You're welcome once more.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I hope it doesn't turn out to be a great crash. I had to exchange a few words with this gentleman out there at the reception.
Professor, why do you put such an important director under pressure?
How could I do that? In fact, we both make each other look stupid. As I was trying to take him to the bliss of thought, he kept trying to take me to the hell of figures.
Excuse me, does this man work here?
Director, you heard him. He sometimes comes here to make us look stupid.
How can you say that? Is that the conclusion to all the talking I come to do here?
No, Professor, no. You see, you must accept that you think at a different level. You don't expect everybody to understand you. Personally, I understand you, but my boss here may have problems understanding.
Toka, you are a traitor. How can you say that about your boss in the presence of these eminent gentlemen?
Don't get into single office calls. In our presence, in my presence.
Says, once more, I welcome you to our office. The both of you are not new here, so what can I offer you?
A glass of water will do me some good.
A shot of whiskey, please.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, whiskey.
Very good. Toka, please, can you replace Mariam for now? Sit down.
You see what I said about influence and affluence? How can you drink whiskey during working hours?
Sir, let me use your own words against you. You can now understand the ways of the affluent. Yeah.
Sir, you don't know what a shot of whiskey can do to a thinking head.
It destroys.
It inspires. You see, moral lessons don't work in high places. Practical lessons do.
What do you mean by high places? High places doing low things? Is this man not here for bribe?
Serve it, please. Thank you. Wow, excellent whiskey. I think you should try this sometime, Professor. At least it will take you out of your head.
Out of my head to where?
From your head to the real world. Yeah.
I'd rather stay in the safety of reason and thought. The effervescent excitement of stolen wealth does not last for long.
Professor, you must respect high society.
And what do you mean by high societies? High societies doing low things? Is this man not here for a bribe?
Professor, you may have to leave now. I have an important business to discuss with the director. He does not feel comfortable in your presence.
Yes, I understand. The wrong can never be comfortable in the presence of the right. Ignorance and savvy cannot share the same space.
I very well understand you, Prof. But I have something for your fuel.
I'm sorry. You know, I neither have a car nor a telephone. The Bible says, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. So, you can add that money to the envelope you want to give this gentleman.
Well, that was quite somebody. Does he come here often?
Yes, sir. At times, we have to be reminded of our failures and weaknesses, despite of our material successes. The professor does that.
Well, that should not affect our conversations anyway. Let's get back to business. Why don't you declare all your businesses? The report on you is terrible.
So, Mr. Director, what do you intend to do with that? Send the company to prison?
Look, you cannot succeed from that angle of superiority. I know your company is rich, but trust me, the government is more powerful.
Sir, you see, there are many things that cannot be discussed at my level.
Well, everyone knows you're in charge here.
Well, Mr. Director, you see, I'm in charge of running the office, making sure salaries are paid, utilities paid for, and managing minor corruption. Macro management and macro corruption is managed by the boss himself.
You talk as if taxation is corruption. I don't appreciate that.
You see, Mr. Director, that's not precisely what I'm saying. Maybe you need a few more shots of whiskey.
My good friend, let me tell you some truth before you drunken me. Your security is guaranteed by the state. The airport from which you fly so often, the seaport which you use almost on daily basis, the water, the electricity, almost everything is the state's responsibility.
That's true, sir. But you see, some evil-minded people, misinformed as they are, think that what the government is doing is not enough.
Then let them come and take over and see if they will do better. Powerless people. They think power is bliss. It is not. We, particularly the tax department, we carry this nation on our heads.
Sir, you see, you are giving your department too much accolades.
My good friend, fix an appointment with your boss. I want the last shot now, please.